Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, I'll talk about how we can do fraction multiplications. In fraction multiplications, we no longer have to find LCM, so let me just write it on top, so no LCM anymore. And fraction multiplication should be the easiest one among the addition, subtractions, and divisions, because what it is that in fraction multiplications, all we have to do is multiplying the numerator with the numerator over the denominator with the denominator. So in this case, this will be 3 times 2, which is 6 over 10 times 3, which is 30. If you reduce it, that will be 1 over 5. For those of you who might notice in the question itself, we can actually do some reductions here, as 3 and 3, they are across one another, and it just happened that they happen to be 3 and 3, which can be reduced to 1 and 1. So using the blue ink right now, if I look at what the question again, I'm actually looking at 1 times 2 over 10 times 1, which is 2 over 10, which is 1 over 5. So anyhow, we can still get to the same final answers, whether we reduce it in the beginning or not. Let's look at number 2. 2 over 4 times 1 over 2. If you want, you can reduce it into 1 and 1, because 2 divided by 2 is 1, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So in this case, you look for common factor between the numbers you want to reduce. So then I'm looking at 1 times 1 over 4 times 1, which is 1 over 4. If you're not sure how to reduce the fractions, well, stick with the original way, which is 2 times 1 over 4 times 2, which is 2 over 8. That will become 1 over 4 as well. Number 3, I have 3 over 10 times 2 over 4. In this case, 2 over 4 is actually a fraction that is not in the lowest form. So if I want, I can do 2 over 4 is the same as 1 over 2. Now I can continue with the math of 3 times 1 over 10 times 2, which is 3 over 20. Number 4, I can reduce something as 2 and 10 is the same as 1 and 5. Because if you take both numbers divided by 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So that's how we do the reductions here. Now I'm actually looking at 1 times 2 over 5 times 5, which is 2 over 25. Number 5, 2 over 4 times 2 over 3. Let's say we don't reduce anything in number 5, we will have 2 times 2 is 4, over 4 times 3 is 12. If I reduce it, that will be 1 over 3. Number 6, I have 1 over 2 times 1 over 4. So, sorry about that. 1 over 2 times 1 over 4, which will be 1 over 8. Number 7, I have 1 over 2 times 3 over 5, which is 3 over 10. Because 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 5 is 10. Number 8, I have 7 over 10 times 2 over 5. So let's check. I can reduce the 2 and 10, but let's say I decide not to do that. I will have 7 times 2 is 14 over 10 times 5, which is 50. Both numbers are even numbers, meaning that I can divide it by 2 on both the top and bottom. So 14 divided by 2 is 7, over 50 divided by 2 is 25. Number 9, I have 2 over 3 times 1 over 2, so I can actually reduce the 2 and 2. So 1 times 1 is 1, over 3 times 1 is 3. Number 10, 2 over 3 times 1 over 10, which is, I can reduce it to 1 and 5. So 1 times 1 is 1, 3 times 5 is 15. Again, for those of you who know how to reduce or lower the fractions when you multiply, please feel free to do so. And for those who are not familiar or who are not comfortable enough to do the reducing, forget about it. Just do the straight math of numerator times numerator over the denominator times the denominator. What happens at the end is that you will do the reductions at the end instead of in the process of it. That's the only difference. And the next video we will talk about fraction division, which is highly similar to what we're doing in here.